Good evening. Welcome to Islands Wednesday, everyone. Very exciting Islands Wednesday.
Welcome, welcome. As you can see, we're at the casino.
Weird.
We love the casino.
It's our fake casino. See, now we dream about it so much we just pop it in the back now.
If we were at the casino, Dragon Link would be.
Yeah, it would. Dragon Link would be. That's our favorite game. Well, I hope you guys are having an awesome Wednesday. We are glad to have you. We've had a busy past weekend. Dennis will talk a little bit about it, and he always wants to say some thank yous. And we've got a little bit of travel news to get to. So I know first Dennis is going to talk about his drink of the week. I did post it up on the Facebook pages, so you can.
Yeah. So Carnival. So we got this from. So there's a very unique bartender that we met over the years, Ivana.
Mm-hmm.
She is amazing, absolutely amazing. She's on Carnival. We saw her on 2 different ships. We stay in touch. She's amazing. But the Green Goblin was our drink of the week. I can't make it because we're in travel status. But Green Goblin, it's like a really, really good drink. It was made for the Halloween times, the fall times, but you can make it anytime. It is actually a really good drink, and it's vodka, Malibu rum, Midori, which is green, right? So they put that in there, pineapple juice, blue curacao, and cherry. And that mix up. And if you look at what she did, it was absolutely fantastic. She was literally leaving the cruise ship the next day. So we were able, or 1 or 2 days after, we were on the ship with her. So we were able to get her to do the drink of the week for us. Hats off to Ivana. She's amazing. Serbia. She's from Serbia. Yeah.
She's really good.
She's done us a great job. So take a look at that drink of the week. It is a really, really good one. It is a great drink to have. I wouldn't have 10 of them. But to have one as a treat, it's amazing. It is a good drink.
And I don't know that I'd have any if it's not a French martini.
And, it comes with vodka, so it can't be wrong.
Still, yeah.
Cannot go wrong with vodka.
Yes, yes. All right, let's move into a little bit of cruise news. So Carnival announced this week that they are trying to show my frick. Over the next 10 years, they're going to be bringing $186 million in revenue to the Port of Seattle. So remember, it's Carnival, Holland, Costa, and Princess. So that's fantastic. That just shows you how much they're vamping up and keeping going Alaska cruises. This year, they've been really full. Some of them you can get out at the last minute. So if you still want to go this year, let us know because we can still probably get you probably on Norwegian mostly. The rest of them are mostly sold out, but Norwegian still has some ships left doing Alaska this year. If not, we got plenty of groups for next year.
Very strong market for America, including Alaska. Alaska has expanded. And Amy's right. We got some friends on last minute. But what she tell everybody? You're not going to be able to pick your cabin. You're not going to have your friends or your family next to you, likely.
Yeah.
But if you want to cruise, we can get you on.
Yeah, so if you want to go. And, almost all the land and sea packages sold out this year. So that's been very popular. So if you want to do something like that for the next couple of years, please let us know. Let us know.
What's amazing is there's always land and sea packages because you always go to port. You get off on land.
That is not what we're
You don't have to spend big money.
Not what we're talking about. All right, while we're on the Carnival news, Carnival is bringing 3 ships to the West Coast, which is going to be California. So it's the Forenza, Panorama, and the Radiance, while others are pulling back because I do have some West Coast people that have been asking for some cruises out of the West Coast. So those are the 3 ships that Carnival is going to be having there. So hopefully some others will follow.
They're actually good ships.
Yeah, and they only do them certain times a year. They're not all year round. Most of them are not. So hopefully those are good ships. Those are pretty big. Panorama, Radiance is smaller, but Forenza and Panorama are bigger ships. So
perfect.
So that is good.
Okay, so we'll talk about after that. Let's talk about this. Let's get it right out of the way. Fire on Board, the brand new icon of the seas. Yes, say it isn't so, but it is.
I know, but things happen. People are freaking out.
The biggest threat to a ship at sea, regardless of what it is a fire. Well, they happen to be on Costa Maya, and there was a small fire in one of the crew rooms, but they didn't say why or what. The jury's out on what caught fire and what happened, but it was extinguished quickly. There was no issue to the ship or safety of any of the passengers. Just a small fire, and I'm guessing if it was in a crew room, it's likely not the ship. It's probably something they brought there.
Oopsies.
Which we'll talk about our cruise news because that's what I'm going to talk about. But yeah, so small fire, one of the crew bursts, everything was out, and most of the people were off the ship as
Yeah, but if you would have been, if you're on social media, and you'd have seen all the comments, people are freaking out. There's a fire. You thought the ship was going down. I mean, people yes, a fire is a big deal. I'm not saying that it's not. Don't get me wrong. But the people on social media were just acting crazy that this was
acting a fool,
big to do.
What is Jordan's
acting
saying?
a fool? I always say acting a fool.
Acting a fool, and
I don't know.
Jordan's saying it. Yeah, is you dumb or is you stupid? Fire is not fun.
Well, you know how social media is; they always blow everything up. So.
But if you had looked back in the past 20 years, there's been some cruise ship fires.
Yeah.
But no passengers injured.
Yeah.
And the last time a cruise ship had a crew or anybody injured that I remember of a big magnitude was Norwegian ship when there was a boiler explosion in Miami, and that was about 2004 in Port of Miami. It was real early in the morning, like 5 a.m, and some of the crew members got burnt. But yeah, they listen. Extreme training on fire safety, how to put out fires, how to keep passengers safe, and so forth. If there's ever a fire on a cruise ship, that's why they do what they do. If you've cruised, they do what they do for a reason.
So don't worry, everybody that's going on our group for September, November on the Icon. We're still good. We're still good. Speaking of that, on my November 9th, I still have some. I forget what they even call that now. They're not boardwalk. Surfside balconies available and some insides. I will lose those July 12th. Again, they're half price. So if you wanted to do that Icon, please make sure you get with me before July 10th. Because they could pull them back, but they tell me July 12th. So if you wanted to do the Icon of the Seas with us, then let us know.
I see one name up there, Steve Thomas.
Steve Thomas, you want Steve Thomas?
I want Steve to go with me on a cruise.
Yes.
Okay, so and those rates are amazing. September's already sold out. Royal Caribbean came after us to try and take back the cabins that we had.
Yeah.
And we sold them. Thank God, because we needed somebody to have a cabin.
Well, there's still cabins left available to buy. They're just not at our price. That's all.
But we can still get you the best deal.
Yeah.
We can get you. But it was cheaper before.
Yes. So let's before Dennis moves on, let's talk before we forget. Let's talk about this past Saturday. We had a wonderful party. We had about 180 people at Dennis's party, so it just shows how many people he has touched over his career. There's a lot more, but in that room was amazing. So I just want to thank everyone who came to celebrate with us and all of my helpers. I could not have pulled it off with my little party planners. So we had a great time. I am going to put a few things up on my Facebook when I get back, because we took a few days to spend with his brother and sister-in-law. So we'll be heading home tomorrow. But I have a video that
see if you can post it.
Few people. I am going to put it on my Facebook. You guys will love it. It's just a funny skits of Dennis.
Lies. They're all lies.
The video was fantastic.
All lies.
So, but
performed by some of the people I worked with,
Yeah.
and one of our sons, which is amazing that he would even do it. He was amazing. Over exaggeration, of course.
Thank you, Steve. Yes, I had a lot of people thanking me and asking me to do their parties. It was no small feat, I can tell you, but it turned out fantastic, and everybody had a wonderful time. So I'll let you say whatever you'd like to say.
Tracy Bontrager did the food. This is a tribute to me, obviously, but he did barbecue for quite a few years. Law enforcement man, did it on the side of his family, and he stopped the business. But he said the last one he's going to do is mine, and he did it. But one thing he said was, that was the fanciest retirement party I've ever been to in my life. And I've had multiple people say that, including she has 4 people wanting her to plan and book. Now, we can't take all the credit. Gigi Jefferson, amazing.
I had a lot of help.
Stephanie Simmons, amazing. Gabrielle Green.
Melanie Teagan.
Oh, Melanie Teagan. And
Jennifer McMahon. I mean, there's so many people. Dave Jernigan. There are so many people
Dave
that
Jernigan
helped me decorate and bring things. And it was just, we have amazing people in our lives. So
Sarah Wright, not to mention my kids. Let me tell you something. There was a realization that I had. I went to this retirement party. All 4 of our boys were there. And I realized something. And I say a funeral. So when people go to a funeral, it's respect for you, but it's respect for the family to show that that person's life and wasn't in vain. That's the way I feel about funerals. The same thing with this retirement party. When I looked around the room and saw that many people, and let me tell you, there was a bunch of people that called us that canceled. Over 20 people canceled. They called us to cancel that had said they were coming. There's people that showed up that didn't know, and I'm sure there was people that were trying to come that couldn't come. But the people that canceled last minute, sicknesses, family thing, crisis, whatever, and it would have been more. But what was amazing when I looked at my kids, and one of my sons said it, that seeing all these people here from Daytona, my Daytona posse down there, amazing. I tell you what, probably the strongest group. My FWC, my Coast Guard people, the friends that I've met around the world, different people showed up for different reasons. And I don't, not everybody can be everywhere. And I get that. And there's people I know that couldn't be. And it's great. They're still my friends. We've always been friends. I will be at everything I can. But the realization that I had it was about the representation for my children, because the things that they said. And Amy and I always try to always go to people's, whatever we get invited to. And life can't always lend that. But to have that many people there for us was amazing, including Rick Hayes' wife and some of his kids, which that really blew me away. Rick Hay, one of my best friends in life, died a few years ago. Amazing, amazing man. And he's probably one of my best mentors in life, actually. So.
Yeah. Yes, and he got some amazing gifts. Some we still haven't even opened because when everybody cleared down, and I want to thank everyone at the party, because I turned around and it was like poof, everything had been put away because I had to set up and break down. So I just, again, we have wonderful people in our lives. So the Suburban is full. So when we get home and we can start opening gifts, I will take pictures. I will be posting, because some of the things that he got were amazing. Shadow box, a specialty made hat holder. I don't know if that's what you want to call it. I don't know what else to call it.
We've got boxes and bags and stuff. And I wish if I could have done one thing different, put into posting. Do not get us anything. That's why we didn't charge.
We tried to say that.
We didn't charge for the event. We wanted everybody. We paid for it, Amy and I, because we wanted people just to come and relax. That's who we are. But actually, one of the gifts that FWC, a bunch of people chipped in for, we couldn't find it for 2 days.
You can't say the word.
You couldn't even find it. And there's boxes and bags. And so for those of you that brought something amazing, thank you very much. Didn't deserve anything.
Yes, you deserved it all.
But anyway, and hats off to Amy, because she had planned this thing, because she asked me about it. I said, I ain't doing a retirement party. I said, I'm going on a cruise. And she said, no, we always go on cruises. No, we're doing this. And she did it. She literally spent months planning this thing. And thank you all for helping her. And thank you all for the friendships and the mentoring. And Steve on here is actually Steven. There's two people on here that were my mentors anyway, Steve and Earl. And you know what I'm talking about. Both of you guys have been mentors in my life over the years. And I appreciate you guys so much. So.
And it was crazy. I actually he knew about the party, but I kept everything else a secret. Decorations, everything that I did, and decorating. So when I would have boxes after boxes show up at the house, he was really good about that. Because one day we came home and there was like 20 boxes at the front door. So, but you also you all saw the pictures. I posted those. But once we get home and we get settled, I'll put all the gifts and shadow box. It was absolutely amazing. So anyway, moving on. Let's finish up our show.
She said you're going to be really, really really And I said, strippers? No, I said, no. You're not getting stripers? No. Okay, so no stripers. All right. Okay, so a new thing, Ambassador Cruise Line. I don't know if you heard them. They've just posted that they're coming to America. They have 2 cruise ships. They're out of England. Ambassador Cruise Line. Don't have any more particulars of where they're going, but they opened a 1-800 number, and they got an office in I'm sure it's in Florida. But it's interesting because it's a cruise line. They're smaller ships, but they boast 50-ish market up, 50 and up, I guess, 50-ish. And they said that they have like a 94% high rating from their passengers. And it's supposedly an experience that you're never going to see or have again. So it'd be interesting. Once we get more on that, we'll let you know, because I know a lot of cruisers out there are looking to try different things, and this may be
Yeah.
something. I'm sure it's going to be out of Florida, but if they don't go to Florida, I'm not sure where they're going to get the business. But yeah, two ships, the Ambiance and the Ambition are the two ships. So as we learn about that, we'll keep you posted on it. I'm excited about that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and also
English Cruise Line.
Port of Tampa, they're going to add a fourth cruise terminal. It's going to be near Terminal 6. So that just shows you how busy that port is getting. They're going to add that fourth terminal. It was approved by the commissioners. It was a $500,000 contract. And so we're going to see if it continues to go through, because it's got to go through everything else. The city commissioners, but I guess it has to go to who the heck knows who else. But anyway, they really need it there because when there are more than 2 or 3 cruise, right at a time.
Yeah.
2. They really could use another terminal for another ship. So that's exciting. Exciting news. We've been telling you that cruising is growing. So believe us. You can see by what we're reporting to you about all this stuff. So
we've got we're going to launch a huge campaign of cruising over the next 6 months. We have back to back. We're going to go from Canada as far south as you can go in the Caribbean, and we're going to be cruising and everything in between, and we're going to be launching a lot of videos and a lot of stuff. So keep watching as we go from way north on the Atlantic all the way south.
Yes, but it doesn't mean we're not working while we're gone. We're always working. And now I have a new sidekick. So
yeah, that's a very good point. One of the benefits of this job versus some of the other jobs I had, like with the Coast Guard, you had to physically be somewhere and then you had to go somewhere. Our job will travel. We never not have internet, at least basic internet. Sometimes the streaming, which you've seen, has been a challenge. But to get for our customers and our travel agents, which we have quite a few now around the country, from New York, Michigan, all the way south, we have access. We are never not available. And Amy works every single day on a cruise. So when you see us cruising, it's like a vacation. It is. Listen, thank God. I mean, but literally her and I sat at a bar that was closed on a cruise ship. Never forget this, 4.5 hours straight. Both of us working, never had one alcoholic drink. That's how.
Can you believe that?
I know. That's how serious we take it. So when you see us cruising, it's behind the scenes that you don't see. Now you see us having fun in casino and all that stuff when it's time to have fun. But if it's not time to have fun, we're doing what we do. And
if we're not cruising, checking the product out, then we can't sell it to you. So that's a big thing for us, traveling around to these different hotels, seeing everything. That way, when we do recommend it to you, we have actually seen it and touched the product and done it ourselves. So, all right. Anything else before I move on to stocks?
Great. So come cruise with me with Dan Klein. So it's a really great concept because we're going to launch in some groups with him, but also with us. We have a lot of people that want to cruise with us. We're going to be launching later this year and also into 2025. Come cruise with us. And if you see us going, there's a reason, right? I mean, it's either there's a pretty good deal, or we're getting something for free, or we're going to do something or experience something. We beg people to go to Cuba with us. Oh my God. And one of our friends almost missed a cruise ship.
And it's not just cruising. We love to go to Biloxi and the Hard Rocks here in Florida.
New York City, Niagara Falls. We're planning a Vegas. One of our friends just got back from Vegas and he was blown away how good it was, because Vegas took a drop. I don't know if you all know this.
Yeah.
Vegas has switched over the years. Back in the 80s when I used to go, it was adult oriented. Then they sometime late 80s, 90s, they went into family oriented and stayed family oriented for quite some time. And then they started ramping up with a lot of shows and a lot of extravagant stuff. And then COVID hit, and then it went to boom, shut down. And the feel of Vegas then, when it was shut down, was there was a lot of negative vibes there, and a lot of I'm struggling for a word, but there was people that were going there just because there was nowhere else to go, and they were causing trouble and doing things. And I want to say there was gangs, but there was a lot of influence and a lot of different things going on. But now it's back, and it's fun, and there's a lot of things going on, and Vegas is strong. So we're gonna go out there and experience that too. So if you want to join Vegas with us, you can.
All right, let's talk a little stocks. Carnival went up some, so they closed at $18.26, which made the other ones rise. Rise.
Yeah, they also
Um,
went up.
Royal Caribbean $161. Norwegian $18.53. So those cruise lines are up, and we've talked about this. They are going to keep going up. So just the more we keep that supply and demand, the more they're going to go up. So
Two other
anything
things
else?
that one thing we missed is Dan Klein from the Street posted about Jason Liberty. They're talking about the match programs that they have across the cruise lines. As you know, the loyalty programs keeps people with the cruise line. Same thing with airlines. Same things with hotels. But they made some adjustments to it, and they're bridging across the three, which is Silver Seas, Celebrity, and Royal Caribbean, and they're seeing good results from that. So if like we're Diamond with Royal Caribbean, we're now Elite with Celebrity, and so forth and so forth. So we get more perks, stuff like that. So that's all good stuff. The one thing that I didn't talk about, and we're going to talk about the trains. I don't know if you saw this. So that train derailment back in February of 2023 in Ohio, they NTSB finally came out with a full report. I don't know if you saw it, why the train went, and they ruled that it was a wheel bearing went bad in one of the cars, and a wheel bearing, it turns into, I don't know if you know, cars all have bearings, right? Wheel bearings, and they have to have grease in them, and they roll smoothly. That keeps your wheels on. Same thing on a train, but when the grease gets out of it, if a wheel bearing goes bad, then it starts getting metal, and metal gets super hot. If you ever watch NASCAR, you can see the wheels. If you never have, look at this. Watch the NASCAR races when they're filming on the cars coming around the corners and they're braking. You see the red, the glowing red, hot metal from the brakes. Well, same thing pretty much is what happened there and caught the train on fire. Then it derailed. What a mess. So take a look at that. But I mean, thank God it wasn't worse than it was. It was catastrophic. Don't get me wrong. It was a major disaster, but it could have been worse.
All right.
All right. So last thing before we got joke of the week. You already did.
Joke of the week. I did the stocks. Joke of the week.
Okay. Cruise rules.
Oh.
We were on. No, you got, okay. Okay. So cruise rules. Real quick. We were talking about the fire on the cruise ship, and I was leading up to this, so I kind of left you hanging. The cruise ship. It could have been. Not saying it is. Wrong. But these are a lot of reasons why you can't do certain things. Some ships are ban fans, but electronic devices that bring on the ship, if they're made cheaply, I'll just leave it at that, they could short out or whatever. But irons, no. Steamers, no. Hair straighteners, no. Blow dryers, no. Otherwise, if you bring them on there, you know what you get? The walk of shame.
Yeah. Okay. First of all, not really straighteners anymore because I still take my straighteners. But they're not so much taking those, but they are taking steamers, irons, the strips. What I forget what they're called. Those strips that you plug into. They don't let you take those. So
yeah,
they've been taking those out lately.
Yeah, lately I've been taking them out. So the reality of it is, if you buy something that's an electrical device that could short out, especially any heating, steaming devices. Well, steam is a heating device. The straightener's gone. Don't take them. So I'm thinking something like that probably happened, but we'll see.
Yeah, we will see. To confirm if we're coming earlier, we'll be seeing you after. So I won't forget.
So
all right,
it's funny we talked about mentors. Sam just popped up on there. Sam, never forget you. One of the greatest mentors in my career when I moved over to the state. I learned a lot from you, and he was there at the party as well, and him and his wife. So amazing. So thanks.
All right, joke of the week.
Oh, joke of the week. Do I have a joke of the week?
Right there.
What?
Did you forget what your joke of the week is?
Yes, I forgot. I have 3 jokes a week. Don't get ready. She approved only one.
He's retired, and now he doesn't remember what he's supposed to do.
Oh, yeah.
Are you laughing at your own joke that you just read? You're killing me. You have to read it out loud. You can't.
No. I'm looking. I got 3 jokes here. Okay, here's the joke of the week. I don't usually put orange in my beer, except once in a blue moon. That's a good one. I had 2 others that were really, really close, and they were denied by the panel. They were just not. They were too adultish.
So he'll tell me a few jokes, and he'll say, okay, and I'll give him say yes. And then I never would know which one he's going to use, but he just thought he would just read it to himself. He was cracking himself up today.
Yeah,
What happened? You retired and then everything goes out the window?
Listen, I don't just, well, people send us
no.
jokes, and a lot of them I can't use. And then I run it by a panel of 5 people. It's 5 people, not just Amy.
Yeah.
And I get, because I can have Amy overruled, and she has been overruled.
He
but
likes
one
to
time,
overrule. Why do you like to
one time I
overrule
had
me?
one that was
Listen, I'm in
so
charge
funny.
now.
Huh?
I'm in charge now, not you. I'm just
You're
saying.
not the captain. I'm the captain.
I'm the captain.
So Gigi's the captain.
I'm the captain.
All right, so cruise rules. We're done. Cruise rules.
All right,
Remember that.
guys.
Walk of shame. You know where the walk of shame is?
I don't go get my stuff. If they,
Right,
I
don't
only
leave
have,
it.
First of all, I only have one thing taken, and then I will. That's it. I don't go get it. I'm like,
hey, Jordan's thing. If you know how to, when you're leaving the ship, you get off, you go through customs, you walk outside. There's always somebody there, an employee with a table full of stuff. Don't be stupid. Don't be. Is you dumb or is you stupid? Just leave it.
But some people don't know that they're not allowed to take stuff. So
okay, this is what you do: walk by the table,
and just look at what
your
you're
dignity, and then tell your kid, and have your kid run back up and get it.
Anyway. Say, oh my goodness! All right, guys, we will see you next week. Why we may not. Hold on, that is not like you. Let me just check the. Oh no, it's the 3rd. Okay, I was thinking it was 4th of July, and I'm like, we probably won't do a show because a lot of you will be doing fireworks and stuff. But it is not. It's the 3rd. So you will see us next week.
You will see us.
Okay. Have a wonderful weekend. Again, thank you to all. Thank you for watching the show. I see quite a few popping on here. Hey Charlotte. Hey everyone. So we'll have a great have a great weekend, and we will see you next week.
Stay safe, everyone. Thank you, everyone.
Bye, guys.
I'm retired. Bye. Sort of. Not anymore. I'm the MB.
He works for me now.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Drink of the week. Drink of the week. Look for it.